Yeah, so my accident was November 12th of last year, walking through the woods after my son's birthday party. And I live on 42 acres in the middle of Killingworth. And we all went off walking in different directions. I was with my wife and 2 daughters. And I told my wife, go on up ahead, I just want to finish setting up my tree stand. I had found this new spot that I wanted to move it to. They said, no, we'll wait for you. So I climb up, I set up my tree stand. I just got it set up, I sat in it. It's like, this is a great new spot. And I was boring them with all the details of how this was a good shooting lane here and there. And I go to step off, my left foot slips on the ladder, my hand reaches for a branch, the branch broke. I just fell straight back. It was a free fall of 25 feet, I think. And I think I would have come out a little bit better. I broke my right wrist, but the problem was that my T12 vertebrae landed on a rock. So, burst fracture to T12 and significant bruising of the spinal cord, but no severing. But instantly I was paralyzed from the waist down. The doctor said, when I pulled him aside, with just my wife at my side, I said, just give it to me straight. I want the truth. Because I knew what the possibility was. And very calmly he said, I give you a 50-50 chance that you'll ever walk again. And if you do walk again, it'll be 1 to 2 years. And that was 3 months ago. I feared the worst, but I also was really optimistic that I was in some way gonna come through. I had a lot of people supporting us and praying for us throughout this whole situation. And I think with the doctors that I had, the nurses, the therapists, like all of it came together, and my stubbornness to succeed, stubbornness to get out there and hike with my kids again. So
it looks like you'll be doing pretty soon.
Yeah, 3 months in, I took yesterday was the first time I took unassisted steps, and that was the 3-month mark exactly. So that was kind of exciting.
Continue to blow my mind, Tim. That's what I aim for every day. I wake up and I think, man, how can I impress Tyler today? That's the first thing I think when I get out of bed. Am I going more? Until you get to the end of the yellow line.
The therapists first worked with me, just sitting up on the edge of the bed was the first thing we tried, and I could barely hold my composure. I could barely keep from toppling over. And it was barely a month and a half ago. And then progressively each and every day something new was happening. Like my left toe started firing, my right foot started moving, my knees started going back and forth, like just getting little movements every day, even if it was the tiniest of movements was a hope to keep pressing forward. I think their optimism and their excitement over my progress just really got me, just fed some of my desire to do new things. I think it was Peter, I think he was the director of the therapy department, but one day he had a session that he filled for me. We went to the parallel bars and he's like, all right, we're gonna stand. Again, I was like, okay, I'll try this, but I don't think this is gonna work. And I was proved wrong again, just with a half of an arm on one side and a good arm on the left. He helped me stand up. That was the first time in like a month and a half that I actually stood up, and that was quite a powerful experience.
Just biking. No big deal. Bike on.
they better make the right choice and come here. I don't know. I haven't seen any other places, but when I was at Yale, everyone I spoke to, different doctors, everyone was saying, you need to go to Gaylord. I think I've picked up on what's going on here, and there's a culture here with therapists and with the nurses that I think really gets people further forward, make the best out of the time that we're here. It's pretty incredible. I wouldn't have thought at the beginning of this. The original goal was to just be wheelchair ready at home. We have the wheelchair ramp all set up. And I'm almost wondering, did we even need it? Because I'm already practicing steps, which are still tricky. I would say if there's other patients watching this, or people that are struggling, or people that are going through, who have just entered, having a spinal cord injury, just keep fighting. Like you have to fight forward, and there's the newness of life that you'll get at the end of it. It almost feels like you're breathing a new kind of oxygen in a way. So just press forward, because it's worth it. And really dig in and let the nurses and the therapists work with you. So I go home in 2 days. This has been my home away from home for 3 months, and this experience has changed me. It's in a big way. Not
For the
just
better?
Yeah, for the better. Sorry, it's changed me in such a deep way, not just in my body, but in my heart too. And like, I know now the pain that people feel, and I empathize more with people with disabilities, with people that are struggling physically, or even with people that have chronic pain. Like, I experience it all in a tight window. I'm humbled by the fact that my progress has been so quick, and not everybody has that, but I feel like I experienced enough in those 3 months that I can speak into what other people are going through.
It seems like in a wild way this has been almost like a positive experience.
Yes, I would say. And the crazy thing is, even 2 days after my accident, I knew that something good was come of this. Like, it was like a premonition. Call it eternal optimism, as my wife calls it sometimes. That I've had. But I know in my heart that something good is going to come from this, and already has. And I feel like, in a strange way, this has been more of a blessing than a curse. As much as the pain was just horrible, but it's worth it for what you get out of it, and then just what it does to you and changes you. And now that I have that, I have something to offer people in my position.
No, that would kind of ruin the video.
Yeah, there's your physical therapy for the day, Tyler.
Dude, Tyler, so where was it that you fell from? Like, how high?
Can you see where that branch broke off up there? Did you see that broken branch?
Right
That's from where he fell.
Geez, like, Mom, that is so high. Like, that's like, you could die from that.
Yep. Which is why we're here giving thanks. Yeah. All right, here we are.
Thankful for what we have.